everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a tutorial on this look. I've been really into purple, smoky, purple eyes lately, and I just wanted to recreate what type of eye look I've been wearing to work these past couple days. And yeah, so this is the look that I came up with. And if you want to know how to recreate this look, then just keep watching. So for eyeshadow primer, like always, I want to start off with my Milani eyeshadow primer, one of like my drugstore favorites. So for my eyeshadow palette, I'm going to use the M by Michelle Phan eyeshadow palette in the shade Shanghai Lavenders, and this is going to be my main eye look for my purple springtime smoky eye. However, the only thing that it does not come with a transition shade. So for that, my handy dandy Naked Basics palette by Urban Decay, I'm going to go in with Naked 2 with a Sigma E40 brush, and I'm just popping this in my transition section on my eye. And I'm really building up this crease little by little. I have very hooded eyes, so when I go to actually open my eyes, I want to actually see that there's color there. So I'm just building up this color very slowly with the same brush, just back and forth in windshield wiper motions. For deepening up the crease a little bit further from the Michelle Phan Cosmetics, M Cosmetics, I'm not even sure, with shade number 2, I'm basically going to use a Sigma E35 brush, dip a little bit of it in, top off the excess, and I want to go mainly right exactly where I placed that Naked 2 shade, and build up the crease yet again, just going back and forth nice and slow. So see the difference, how it's just a little darker. And this shade is not exactly matte, so you don't want to overload your brush either, because it does have a little bit of a sheen to it. Back in with my original E40 brush just to blend that out, just so you don't have any harsh lines. For my main lid color, I'm going to go in with a flat brush by MAC. This is a 213 with a mixture of these two shades right here. Those are, what are you? Number 4 and 5 from the palette. So it's like upside down. I don't want to blind you guys with the mirror. So I'm just taking this on a flat brush, and I'm going to put this all over my lid. So I want to add a little bit more dimension to the eyes. I'm actually going to take a e.l.f. contour brush. This brush is nice and dense and great to pack on color. And I'm actually going to go in with the number 1 shade. This is a nice dark plum. I'm going to take that on this brush here and just stamp it on just the outer corner. And I'll be worried about blending later, but I just want to get the color on there first. And I'm going to go back in again and blend that out. I like to blend this out going in like more circle motions, because I don't want to have the product too blown out. I really want to try and keep that color on the outer corner. I'm going to drag a little bit also in the crease as well. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want this look to be overly too smoky. I'm going to take a little Morphe eyeshadow like rounded brush. I'll leave the name of this brush down below because I really love the shape of this. And I'm actually going to go in with Venus from the Naked Basics palette. And I'm going to pop a little bit of this on just the inner corner. I want to keep the center of the face nice and bright. So doing a shimmery type of color, I feel, on any type of eye look, I feel is very important to making the rest of the makeup look nice and bright. So I'm just popping a little bit of that on, just like underneath the brow. I feel like this is the perfect brush for this area. And I mean, of course, if you like more of a matte highlight, you can absolutely go in with WOS from that palette. But personally, I like something a little bit more shimmery on my brow bone. Lastly, just to clean up this area before I move on to my eyeliner, just going to take a little Q-tip with some Studio 35. This is like the Walgreens version of like the Neutrogena eye makeup remover, and it works really well. So I just want to clean up this area. Another technique that I like to show my clients, just in case if it goes too far down, I really like to keep that cat eye. So of course, if you like your shadows more rounded, you can definitely skip this step. And it also gives a good guideline, I feel, for eyeliner. For eyeliner, I really have been enjoying my Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. This is the eyeliner that I teach my mini makeovers eyeliner for my clients at work. So I feel like the tip of it is very nice and precise. Basically, quick and easy. I like to just lay the product down on my lash line. And I like to start off in the middle and slowly drag it outward. This is so hard to do on camera, by the way. But I really wanted to show you guys. So just drag it out nice and slow. And then stop. And then you're going to connect the inner corner to your middle, and again laying it down on its side. For the eyeliner, for that wing, I'm actually going to flip the product like this and drag it down on that line we created from the makeup remover. It's a good guideline, I feel. So I'm just going to do a little line like that. Hopefully you guys can see. And I'm just going to extend it a little bit and then drag it to like a V shape. And then we'll fill that in. My primer today, I'm actually going to do the Nivea Sensitive Post Shave Balm. I really obviously want my makeup to last throughout the day, and I find that it works really freaking well. So I'm just taking a little bit on and pressing it into my skin. And yes, I will probably smell like a dude for a couple minutes, but once I put the foundation on, the smell of this, the masculine smell, will kind of go away. So I don't really mind the smell. I like to double up my primer. The Smashbox primer water is a holy grail product, so I'm just gonna spritz this all over. And I love the way that that adds a nice amount of hydration to my skin. For some reason, I just feel like it makes a difference, so I enjoy using that. For foundation today, I actually got myself a sample from work yesterday, the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation. I don't have the actual bottle because obviously I want to test it out before I buy it. I have the shade RG20. I'll post a picture on the side of what the bottle looks like. It's a really pretty bottle with the pump. It is very dewy. I'm curious how it's going to last on my mega oily skin. So my favorite way to apply foundation, I like to just put on a little bit all around the face first. Hopefully this is a good match. So just kind of like to just dot it everywhere first. And we'll blend that out with the Beauty Blender. bad. The foundation looks very natural. I mean, this is not really considered a first impression video. I mean, it is my first time using the foundation. I definitely feel like it is a good match because I am very pale at the moment. But I feel like it would probably give more coverage if I were to use a brush. So this is just one light layer of the foundation. I feel like it's much more dewy in person than it's translating on camera. So I'm just going to do another little layer of it, and I'm going to use actually a brush this time. And that is the foundation. What do you guys think? I do feel like I'm wearing foundation because I know that there are fuller coverage foundations on the market that it feels like you're wearing nothing, but I definitely feel like I'm wearing something. Okay, so that is the foundation. We will see how that works out throughout the... So for concealer, I'm going to go in with the Erase Piece by Benefit. This is something that has never failed. I truly love this corrector because of how well it works for my dark circles. And I like placing this on with a Sigma Soft Blend Concealer F64. I like placing it on first and then use the warmth of my fingers to blend this guy out. And I know I've mentioned this on my channel before, but look at the difference. I mean, you guys can see how bad my dark circles are. So I just love this concealer. If you've never tried this concealer and you suffer from dark circles, you have to check it out. Anastasia concealer in the shade number 1. Again, I got myself a sample from work. I kind of want to use just new products for you guys. So I'm going to use a BH little pointed cosmetics brush. So I'm going to dip in a little bit. This guy is very thick. I was swatching a bunch of colors yesterday and a little bit does go a very, very long way. So do be careful with this guy. So I really want to see how this guy looks. So this is the concealer on, and I feel like I definitely have to set this because of the fact that it is very creamy. Mercier translucent powder. And I pretty much do this on an everyday basis. I always like to set my concealer with the Tapered Highlighter F35 brush by Sigma. Radiance Enhancing Pressed Powder by YSL, and I am shade number 2 with a big old fluffy brush by BH Cosmetics. And I'm just going to take a little bit on, tap off the excess, and just set where I get oily, mostly on my T-zone, on my nose. Well, let's face it, I get oily everywhere. So I'm just going to set the rest of my face. So my bronzer today is the Butter Bronzer by Physicans Formula with the large powder brush F20 by Sigma. I cannot tell you how many times I have been using this bronzer. It is just so freaking gorgeous. I just love everything about it. The color, the pigmentation, the smell. It smells like coconuts and margaritas. I love this bronzer so much. Little combination with that Physicians Formula. I want to do a little bit of contouring. I want this look to stay nice and bright and alive, and I don't want an insane harsh chiseled cheekbone type of feel. But honestly, sometimes I do feel naked when I don't do contouring. So for that, I'm going to actually go in with the Bobbi Brown bronzer in the shade Natural. This is a very dark color, so a little bit will go a very long way. I'm actually going to go in with my original tapered blending brush E40 by Sigma. tiny little amount, just kind of like up and down like that, top off the excess, and just go mainly in that real contour area. I just want to emphasize this just a little bit. So our center of the face is nice and bright. Everything is nice and warm. Next, I want to add a little bit of color. And for that, I'm going to go in with my Cabanaboy by the Balm. I love this color. I think this color is the perfect amount of rosy and pink with a little purple twist to it. And I think that would translate very well with our eyes today. I'm going to go actually in with the Surrat Cosmetics Clear Eyebrow Gel. And this has a funky wand to it. Hello. A funky wand to it. But I just like the way that it combs out the brows at the same time it puts the product on the brows. So I love this guy. And it doesn't have that crusty feeling at the end of the day. And for my highlighter today, I'm going to go in with the Glow Kit by Anastasia in Gleam. Really debating on getting the That Glow Kit, but for now, I'm very happy with this one. Go in with a little bit of Starburst and Crushed Pearl. So I'm just going to mix in a little bit of both, top off the excess. And I'm just going to put this on where I applied that Benefit highlighter. So for lips today, Bad Habit by ColourPop, one of the ultra matte lip colors. This is going to be so pretty. I'm excited. So that is the look completed. Of course, whatever type of lip color you want to do, you could do something like I did, which is more in the berry type of pink family, something more nude, something more purple, something more pink, whatever your heart desires. Definitely send me pictures if you guys recreate this look. I would love to see. Definitely the best way is Instagram at PutYourMakeUpOn. I really hope you guys are following me, and I think that's all I have to share in today's video. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. All my social media will be linked down below, and I hope you guys have a great day.